Hi guys, my name is Seki, and today I'm going to be talking to you about time management and prioritizing your task. Now, before I get started, I just have to let you know that it's an honor and a privilege that I get to do this video for you, and I hope that you find it useful. And a lot of these things is what I do in my everyday life, so they're not too difficult. And if you apply them to your own life, I know for certain that you're going to be able to change the way you work, how to manage your time, how to prioritize your tasks, to be more productive and to get the most out of your day. Now let's get started. Why is it important to be good at time management? You become better at managing your tasks. A lot of people become overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do. Higher productivity. A lot of people work hard, but they're not productive, and this little thing that you can do will change the way you work, and as a result you become so much more productive, meaning that you'll be able to do more work in less time. And that is what I'm hoping for at the end of this video. Lower stress levels. Listen, the more work that you have to do, the higher the stress. A lot of people don't know how to prioritize their tasks, they don't know how to manage their time, and as a result this increases your stress levels. Stress is a horrible thing to have because it increases your anxiety, it increases your depression. A lot of people become depressed and anxious because they have so much to do, and as a result it becomes overwhelming. And through this video, what I'm hoping for you to learn from it is how to reduce your stress levels, because if your stress levels are low, you'll be more able to achieve more without feeling that you're getting overwhelmed. And most importantly, the thing that I hope for you to take from this video, to achieve a better work-life balance. A lot of people see me and think that all I do is work. And I promise you, that's not true. I've learned how to better manage my time. And as a result, I've been able to achieve a better work-life balance, meaning that I can do all the things that I enjoy doing and do all the work that I have to do without burning out, because you can't just work all the time. It's important to factor in the fact that some days you won't feel like it, some days you won't be as productive, and some days you may not want to do any work. It's okay for you to actually do the things that you enjoy, because that helps you to become more productive overall. Now, what are some of the pitfalls that you fall in if you don't learn how to better manage your time? You will miss deadlines. A lot of people that I work with are in schools, at work, or at university, and if you don't learn how to better manage your time, you're gonna miss the deadlines for your coursework, for your assignments, for your work project, and that is what happens. That is why this video is so important, because if you learn to do the tips in this video, you meet every single deadline, you meet every single assignment, and most importantly, and I think this is why I'm doing this video, you won't get overwhelmed or overly stressed, which a lot of people are. Poor work quality. Every time you rush your work, every time you don't manage your work effectively, the quality of your work will go down significantly. Have you ever wondered why sometimes your work is excellent and sometimes your work is subpar? It's because you haven't managed your time effectively. And the thing is, a lot of people go out there and either do all their work to start off with and then waste the remainder of their time, or they leave their work last minute and then they just do it rushing, meaning that they don't get the quality of the work that they're capable of. Because you know what? One of the things that I want you to remember about this video is that it's about you. It's about you being accountable for the quality of your work. It's about you finding out what works for you. I can't tell you what is best for you. All I'm trying to do through this video is show you how to manage your time effectively, how to find out what works for you, to ensure whenever you do a piece of work, it is the best quality of work that you can do. Like I mentioned earlier, failure to manage your time effectively will lead to high levels of stress. Now, stress is a horrible thing. No matter how young or how old you are, stress is horrible. If you're young, stress is horrible, and most of the time it takes away your ability to enjoy life, it takes away your ability to be productive, and most importantly, it takes away your joy. And what I'm trying to do is show you how to reduce your stress levels, because if your levels of stress are low, you become so much more productive, because your mind will be more positive and your mental well-being will be more positive, and as a result, you'll be more able to focus on the tasks that you have to do. Failure to manage your time, the biggest thing it does is it will lead to burnout. I don't know if anyone has ever been to burnout. Once you're burnt out, you're done, mate. Trust me, once you're burnt out, there is nothing more you can do. No matter how much you try to push yourself, once you reach that burnout stage, there's nothing more you can do other than rest. A lot of people push, and then they're burnt out. They don't know that if you are able to reach a better work-life balance, you will reduce your chances of being burnt out significantly. And that's what I want you to have. Less chance of being burnt out, because burnout will just take away all your ability to do all the tasks that you have to do day in, day out. And that's what I want you to achieve. I want you to work in a place where everything is neutral. You're not burnt out, but you're not procrastinating either. You're just consistently working and achieving the goals that you set yourself. The next section of this video is discussing about some of the skills that you need for time management. Now, the number one thing that you need is staying organized. You need to organize yourself. And by organized, I mean your work. You have to know what you have to do. So you need to organize your tasks. Just know that, you know what, this is what I have to do. And also have the resources to complete the tasks. Have you got everything you need? Have you got a place that you need to go to get the work done? Have you got the right environment? Being organized is not just about having the right equipment. It's also about you keeping a right environment, having the right equipment, and also knowing what you have to do and when and how you have to do it. The next thing that you have to do is prioritize what you have to complete. The biggest thing that you have to do is prioritizing. If you have 5 tasks, put them in order of the most important. Put the most important at the top and put the least important at the bottom. Once you've done that, the next thing that you have to do is find out which one has the shortest deadline. If you got a task due next week and one due next month, obviously the one that's due next week is high importance than the one to do next month. You have to work like that. You have to see what's the most important thing and what thing is due in the shortest amount of time, and work from that and work backwards. And then once you've done it, tick it off and go to the next one. Setting clear goals. This is so important. Set clear goals of what you have to accomplish. This will save you so much time. Why do you need to do this? Sometimes your tasks don't have to do with school or your work. They could be a personal thing. You could say, I want to be a better sibling to my sister or to my brother, and you might just want to spend a little time with them. Or you could say, I want to become a better athlete, and then you could set a little time to go and do maybe a run after school or before work. It's about just setting goals and then going after them in a very simple and small way. And this is the key. If you do something consistently, it compounds, which means that you get better over time by simply doing it regularly and consistently. If you just keep doing it, it's like you're chipping away at it. And every time you're chipping away at it, you're becoming stronger and better at it. Time management also gives you better communication skills. I can testify to this. Before, when I was a bit younger, my mind used to go at 100 miles per hour. I wanted to do everything as it came to my mind. And as a result, when I spoke, I had a massive stutter because my mind was confused. My brain and my mouth were not connected. But once I learned how to prioritize my tasks and how to manage my time, I was able to slow down. And I think this sounds weird to people, but you have to slow down up here and also when you speak. That makes a massive difference, and that makes a big difference to your communication because your words come slower, so whoever's receiving them is able to get the full impact of what you're trying to say. Good time management skills also allows you to plan effectively your day. Every single day you wake up, I need you to have a plan. I have a simple way of organizing myself. I set myself 3 tasks, just 3 tasks that I must complete by the end of the day before sleep. I don't tell myself when I must complete them. I just tell myself they must be completed before bedtime. A lot of people have a big old list. I must do this, I must do this, I must do this. Just set yourself 3 tasks. That's not a lot. You could tell yourself, I'll do 1 task in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening. That is not a lot. So then by evening time, you've done all 3 tasks. But a lot of people have like 10 tasks a day. 10 is unrealistic. It's a lot to do in one day. If you set yourself in a way of doing little 3 tasks a day, you're gonna find yourself doing so much more, and it's gonna be better quality. Like today, the only task I've set myself is shooting this content. That's it. I don't have any other task. So when I'm shooting this content, I'm completely focused on you and the message I'm trying to put across. Practice delegating your tasks. If you're in a position where you're able to delegate some of the work, do it. Some of you are working in groups. Some of you have somebody that can help you. Learn how to use those resources. A lot of people think they have to do everything by themselves. You don't. Sometimes if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'll ask my friend, can you help me edit my video? Can you help me come up with some content? Can you help me do some of my work? It's important to delegate some of your tasks. You're not an island. Learn to use other people's help to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And lastly, one of the benefits of good time management is reduced stress levels. Stress is not always bad. If you're under stress to complete a goal, a target, it will push you to do it faster. Stress can be a positive thing. When I'm under stress, I am killing the game. I push a little bit more. Too much stress is when it becomes bad. But if you're under pressure, under stress, that is good because it will push you to achieve your goals and your targets in a shorter space of time because you feel that pressure and that stress and you say, okay, let's go. It will get you pumped. So learn to use stress in a more positive way. You will learn how to use stress in a more positive way if you learn how to prioritize your tasks and how to manage your time. To finish this video, I'm gonna give you the steps that you need to take. This is so important, and if you've got a pen and paper, this is the most important part of this video. I need you to write it down and I need you to practice it daily because this will change the way that you approach your day and your life, and as a result, I promise you become more effective in managing your time. Number 1, wake up early. When you wake up early, you make your day longer. That's the key. A lot of people wake up at lunchtime. Now, from lunchtime to evening is not a lot of time. But if you wake up at 7 and you finish work at 7, that's 12 hours of good working time. And I'm not saying you'll be working for the whole 12 hours, but it gives you a longer time period to work, rest, work, rest, work, rest. If you wake up at lunchtime, you're probably going to be stressed to do as much work as you can before 7 o'clock. And that gives you more stress levels. And remember, this video is all about learning how to reduce your stress levels. Waking up early might seem painful, but actually in the long run, it works out much better for you. Set SMART goals. The word SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. Whenever you set a task, use the SMART goal acronym because it will help you to manage that task effectively. And that's the key. Setting SMART goals will just give you the ability to just know that, okay, is my task specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable in the time I've given? Is it realistic? And can I achieve it in this time frame that I've set myself? And if you approach life that way, I promise you every single task you do, you'll be able to achieve it faster, but it will also be more constructed. It will also be more productive. Keep the morning for the most important tasks. Morning is when you're the freshest, you just got up, you're pumped for the day. Do your most important tasks in the morning. I'm a morning person, and after lunchtime, I'm not as productive. So I get as much of my work as possible done in the morning. And that's what you have to do. Do as much of your work in the morning, because in the afternoon, you may not be as productive as possible. And to be honest with you, some of you will say, actually, I'm more productive in the afternoon and evening. That's okay. If you're more productive in the evening, leave your most important tasks to the evening and then get them done as much as possible. Number 4 is, like I said before, find your most productive time. Most of you wake up at lunchtime because you're not good in the morning. That's okay. Not everyone's like me. Find your most productive time and get as much of your work as possible done during that window, because that's the key. I know mine is the morning, and I do all my work in the morning. If yours is in the evening, like I said before, get your work done in the evening. Number 5, block out distractions. If your distraction is your phone, if your distraction is your friend, if your distraction is TV, take it off. Find a quiet environment where you have zero distractions. When you're working on your goals, when you're prioritizing your tasks, nothing else should be in the background. You should only have one focus in that time. You can go back on your phone once you're done, but when you're working, I need you to just stay focused on that one thing that you have to do. Number 6, don't multitask. Quality over quantity. Do one thing at a time. Remember, once you made your list and you prioritized, do one thing at a time. Don't do the first thing and then the third thing at the same time. Just do one thing at the time, because it will give it all your focus, all your energy, and I promise you the quality of your work will be much better if you just do one thing, complete it before you do the next one. Number 7, take small breaks frequently. A lot of people just keep working and pushing through, pushing. I need you to take small breaks. For every hour of work you do, take a 10-minute break. Just rejuvenate, refresh yourself before you come back. Taking a small break will just give you that energy. It will allow your brain to slow down. It will allow you time to refresh before you go back. Because every time you take a break, you get refreshed and then you approach it with a new energy. If you just keep going, you're depleting your whole energy the whole time. But those small breaks allow you to get pumped up, go again, rest, pumped up, rest. And if you keep doing that, you're gonna find that you're gonna get so much more work done. And lastly, and most importantly, is sleep at least 7 to 8 hours a day. It has been proven that sleep is one of the most important things you can do every single day. It gives your body, your brain, a chance to rest and completely let go. And that rest means that when you wake up, you're much more focused, you're much more productive, and you're much more able to stay focused on the tasks that you have to do. Always make sure you sleep. Lack of sleep will just lead you to higher levels of stress. It will lead you to higher levels of being unproductive. And to be honest with you, in the long run, it will just have a toll on your health. So sleep, rest up, and then in the morning, start again, ready to go again. I hope that you found this video useful. I hope that you use all these tips and tricks, because I promise you, they have changed the way I work, and I know that if you use them, you'll find the same level of being productive that I am currently finding in my life right now. I wish you all the best in your work, in your revision, in your projects, in your assignments, and I hope you reach them on time, and I hope that your work is the highest quality, guys. I will see you soon in real life to run this workshop, but for now, it's bye from me.